and we'll see if we can at least get to 2 or 3 of your questions. There he is. Welcome back, Andrew.
Hey.
Okay, well, this first one, we just want to make viewers aware of this feature, but on our website, loveworksleadership.org, we have a chat with our guest feature. And so if you just click on that link, you can have the opportunity to ask our guest a question like this one from Amberly.
Hi, Andrew. My name is Amberly, and I am 7 years old. What can I do at home to help the environment?
Oh, what a great question, Amberly. So the simplest ones I would start with is focused on your waste. Think about in the kitchen, what you do with the stuff at the end of your meal, what's on your plate. Don't put it in the trash can, start a compost bin. Just a pile outside that you put that food down, cover it up with some dirt, and then work on improving it. And that way you can use that as soil in your garden. Same thing with energy. Focus on turning off the lights when you're not using them. Focus on turning off the water faucet when you're brushing your teeth and not just letting it run. The little things that waste energy or waste the resources that we need the most of are the best things you can do, especially as a kid when you're just living your daily life. You know, you're stuck kind of going through the motions a lot of time. You got to go to school. Your parents got to pick you up. You know, you're not choosing a car right now, so you don't have to worry about that one. But focus on the little things you're doing at home and what you are using and how you can use them a little bit better.
I dig that answer. Love it.
Yeah.
We've got a question from Colin. This question is, what is your favorite plant?
Ooh, that's harder than the animal question for sure. Probably a couple. The first that come to mind would be something you can use in a lot of dishes, like tomato. Something that I can just enjoy, pick it right off the vine, and we can do whatever we want with it. Or you can just take a big bite out of it and enjoy it that way. Some of the more fun ones would be the stuff that I like that's colorful. I like to call eggplant the Lorax plant just because it's purple, and there's not a lot of purple that you see in the produce area nowadays. But and then I'd say things that green up an area. I like mint and different herbs that can grow up a wall and make it look really cool. Rainforesty, I like to say as a kid. So, you know, anything that I can use in different ways, but anything that I can use, whether a lot of different ways in the kitchen or to decorate and eat.
Love it. Love plants. That's the first time I think we've gotten that question.
Yeah. Andrew, what you were describing reminds me of part of your first proposal that you gave us at Loveworks.
You caught me.
Andrew, we have time for one more. There's other questions, but we're going to get to just one more from Nora. I'm really excited about this one because this is something that I know that you've overcome more than one of these, and they are challenges and obstacles. So can you think of one in particular, one obstacle, one challenge, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, great question. So the first one that comes to mind would be one of the bigger challenges in our 9 years, which was our community center that we took on in downtown Norman. You know, we were at a really good point in 2015 where we set up several gardens. We had set up the Norman High aquaponics system. We had some business sponsors come on board, and there was a lot of momentum. And the ideas were getting fast-paced, and we decided to go for a community center. We signed a 3-year lease. And early on, we noticed the challenges of how we were struggling and having to figure out utilities and things versus just setting up the next school garden or how you're going to pay rent. And that challenge was a tremendous learning lesson for what an organization like ours expects and what we have seen in the past. You know, a lot of the times when you're setting up a business, you kind of follow this cookie cutter mold of what you're taught and the next step's supposed to be. And one of those steps that we kind of saw just shallow was, oh, well, we're supposed to have a community center. We're a nonprofit. And it was a great idea in theory, but we jumped into it and then we really committed to it. And while we were learning those mistakes and those lessons, it really put a damper on our ability to help more gardens. You know, we were setting up probably 7, 8, 10 gardens a year easy. And then those first 2 years, it was 2 or 3. And we really had to kind of back up and focus back on what is the goal? Where are we trying to get? And is this getting us there? And so at the end of that lease, it was a big victory even in itself for us to finish out a 3-year lease in that giant space that we chose to have as a community center. But it was more of a victory, I think, for us to recognize that that wasn't taking us where we wanted our impact to be. And one of our big mottos after that 3 years was, we can have a community center and we can expect people to come to us for these resources and these solutions, or we can go to the people who need them most and give them these solutions. And that became our goal after that community center.
Andrew, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being just transparent. Thank you for being you. You are an inspiration to me and our team and countless just students over the last 9 years here at Loveworks. And I really believe that this is just the very beginning for you, your organization, and your big dreams.
Thank you very much. Again, Michael, I can't tell you how much we appreciate everything you've done. Carolyn, you too. We've known you for years. You two have been amazing. I know Dee and Bree are out there somewhere, and you guys have just been an amazing team for Norman and for groups like us trying to make an impact. So thank you guys for having me.
It is our pleasure. Well, I feel like there is a part 2 interview coming definitely in our future. Thank you for encouraging us not only to dream big, but to act bigger.